welcome everybody to the Pick and Roll live stream here on the Board YouTube channel presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook. We are back for some more NBA playoff coverage after a little bit of time away for the Easter break, but we're back for the Wednesday show here, and we've got a bunch of games to cover and a lot of excitement to cover from the playoffs that we've seen so far. We're going to go through all the upcoming games on the slate. We're going to hear from Pips for any free picks that he may have along the way. So make sure you guys, if you do enjoy, smash that like button. Also make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more content just like this. And let's get things started here. Previous shows bets, it's been, you have to bear with it. It's been a while here, and we're going back to the play-in tournament with these, but we did have a good day on the previous show. We had 4 bets in total, one of which was a series bet on the Pistons and Knicks. We're hoping that series does get to over 5.5 games, which, hey, the Pistons winning game 2 does help us along the way with that. But 3 player props were in play. Winner on Karl Anthony Towns, winner on Bam Adebayo. Both those a little bit close, but we got winners there. What wasn't close was the loser on PJ Washington. 0 points for him in the pivotal play-in tournament finale for the Dallas Mavericks.
Best way to lose a prop. Hands down. Like, the best way to lose a prop. Like, if I need to lose, let's lose it like this. I think we had a great closing on both of these. The one that didn't get any close didn't perform. I'm overall very happy. We won Bam Adebayo even though it went to the overtime.
Yeah.
So, I think we were really good on these. If you didn't get Karl Anthony Towns over points and assists, I said get assist. He had 5. So, overall, good day. One-on-one for Pistons, I think, I don't know what's the live line, but I think we are in very good positions to win that one as well.
Yeah.
I think we are now like 15 units up on the season, so everything going well. Playoffs are tough. I just want like intro for this is don't bet huge volume. I follow so many people like tipsters, cappers, I don't know how to call it on Twitter. Like 90% of them are all red every day. Losing. When I see someone betting with 3 games and have 5 overs, 6 overs, only overs on playoffs, rough. I am not even expecting that to win. Best way of approach is a lot of unders and getting if you have like a good slate on your book. But role players, bench guys, unders are printing money so far in the playoffs.
Yeah. Pips kind of laid it all out there with the difficulties with playoffs. I mean, there's less games, more people betting into these markets, shaping the markets, more time for these markets to take shape because we've got lines out for the Friday game. So playoffs become a little bit more difficult, but we'll still go through the games today. We'll be live. Obviously, we're live right now. Next time we'll be live is on Friday. I know last time we said we'll be live Tuesday, but some conflicts came up, so we're here today. We'll be back on Friday as well. No sense of having a daily show when we can cover tomorrow's games on the show that we are currently doing today. But we'll start off, of course, with today's slate of games. We've got the Boston Celtics, who are hosting the Orlando Magic here for Game 2 of the series. Boston leading the series, of course, 1-0 after the resounding Game 1 win. Difference here, no doubtful, sorry. Jason Tatum is doubtful. Typically, that is comfortably above 90% chance he misses a game. However, it's playoffs. We can maybe throw that out the window a little bit, but still 10.5-point favorites here. Feels like Boston can afford to rest a player of Jason Tatum's qualities. What do you think on this game, Pips?
I think he is capable of playing, but as you said, maybe he doesn't. Think they will be 8.5 favorites with Tatum ruled out, so maybe even 9.5. So I think they should be. This is a spot where you can rest Tatum. Even if you lose, you can win next 3 with him back in the lineup. So I would say I'm not touching this because I think it's 50-50. Maybe leaning slightly towards him being rested because I think he is good to play. Maybe if they decided, okay, we are cautious and we can rest him. That's the thing. So that's what. Also, the lines are kind of difficult to bet any unders. With Tatum possibly out, we can check the lines for the players. Like look at the lines for Boston Celtics players. Like Jaylen Brown at 22.5. That's his regular season number. Porzingis at 19.5. Derek White scored 30 plus last game and now 16.5. Peyton Pritchard 11.5 without Tatum, even though with Tatum he scored 19 in the last game. So I don't know. Lines are set like Tatum is playing, but also with difficult matchup. I will look for unders, and the lines are just too low. I like so for this game. I don't think we can have anything. We can talk about it. You guys put the questions in the chat. Please like the show. I've seen last two shows we had only 32 and 34 likes. We had both profitable, so I think we can at least get to 40 likes.
We get to 50.
Yeah.
Get us to 50. Help us
So,
out.
yeah,
Hey,
well,
been a winning
yeah.
season. Crushing it this season. Pips is crushing it.
Yeah.
Deserves some support for our channel
Yep.
here, everybody. On this game, we do have a question that's come in from Cool Bian asking about Drew Holiday over 15.5 points. I know you talked a lot about unders, but could you see something for Holiday here?
Last game he played 33 minutes and was like just spotting up. 6 field goal attempts, 4 from 3. 3 from like very efficient game and only scored 9 points. Rebounding wise, he was at 3 rebounds. So points and rebounds makes sense in the games without Tatum. As we can see, he covered this in every single game without Tatum. But look at the teams he played. Wizards, Suns, Nets, Jazz. So very easy matchups. And then game against the Orlando Magic. I don't know what happened here, but he crashed it. So maybe there is something to this if Tatum is out. With Tatum, this is horrible line to get on him. When Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, Derek White all playing, we can see that Drew Holiday is not even close to covering this line. So it all depends on Jason Tatum being out. So yeah, I think mostly depends on Jason Tatum being out.
We've got a few more coming in here for this game. Strange Music ask about Jaylen Brown over 25.5 points plus assists, minus 125. What do we think there?
Point and assist 25. I don't think I can. Maybe one spot. So usually I will be very, very open about this bet. Like I would like it, but considering he's in injections and he didn't look healthy at all, and we don't know even if he can play 40 minutes. Last game he played 30 minutes. So he's on some kind of minutes restriction because he's on injections. So I will definitely stay away from playoff game where he's not healthy.
Okay, that makes sense. Any other? Yeah, we have Franz Wagner over 21.5 points, minus 115, getting asked here as well.
Yeah, this one.
A couple people.
I could see this one being a good one. Just sort of volume. Last game he played 36 minutes, scored 23, covered, shot 10 from 24. That's just insane usage. Like when we look at the usage, that game had like one of the season highs, 39% usage. If we take a 30 plus usage, so he had 39. We are just looking at 30 plus. And let's sort the minutes, that when he is playing 32 plus minutes and that kind of usage, he's over in 22 out of 23 games, averaging 29.1 points. That's actually incredible. Let's look when he's playing great defensive teams. So when he's playing teams top 10 in defense, only 4 games, 22, 22, 23, barely covering against good teams on that kind of usage. So he kind of just put insane numbers on poor defensive teams. Let me just take a look at something else. Like when he's at least like 28, do we get 28% usage? I'll drop it down just to get more sample size. And now look when he's playing top 10 teams in defense, averaging 22 points. So he kind of pumped these numbers against poor defensive teams, and then against good defensive teams he didn't cover. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I need to check something else. Why did he play only 36 minutes? Like, that's insane for a playoff game. And especially how short-handed this team is. Let me just see.
Game 1?
Yeah.
Well,
he left game with 1 minute left, so he was on
okay.
pace to play 37. He sit out 6 minutes in the second quarter for some reason. Don't know why is that, because Paolo played Paolo played 42 minutes. Franz played only 36, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe some foul trouble or something.
Yeah.
But let's look on when he is playing 40. He's playing 40 minutes tonight. Like I have no doubts about that stuff. And conservative usage 25% or higher. Maybe this is a good spot to bet an over actually.
Okay.
Yeah. 21 and a half. Let me just check. Assists he had 5. That's nothing. Threes 1.5. I don't think about that. He mainly got the shots down. 18 field goal attempts inside the 2-point line. Got to the line twice. Let's. I hope Tatum is out, so this makes this bet much better. Let's bet Franz Wagner over 21.5 points, minus 115.
All right. There we go. Going to make this one the first official play of the day. Franz Wagner over 21.5 points. Okay.
So he covered, just short term, covered in the first game, even though he lost some minutes. Should play more minutes in the second game. Not Tatum should help, even worse defense, facing maybe much more closer game. And usage was insane, so Boston is more than happy to let Franz get low percentage shots. So that's why we are betting on him.
All right, so there's the first official play in the chat now to help you guys out. We have to keep moving here. I know there's some other questions here. Maybe we can come back to them, but we got to keep moving here because there's quite a few games for us to cover. Next up, we're going to go to the other game from the Eastern Conference. We have the Miami Heat away at the Cleveland Cavaliers. 12-point spread in this one after a resounding win in Game 1 for the Cavs. On this game, less uncertainty down to injuries, but what are your thoughts on the spread here?
Yeah, I think this should be a blowout. Honestly, I think this should be a blowout. I honestly can't see much else. Like, first game was super weird how Miami stayed close in the game up to the last 5 minutes. Rewatch the game. Guess who was the best player for the for the Cleveland for the Miami Heat?
Tyler Hero?
Davion Mitchell by far was
yeah.
the best player. He is actually playing unbelievable for this team. So nothing to discredit him because he's playing really good, but when he's your best player in the playoffs, I don't know what to say. That's
not a great
that's
look.
not good. Yeah. So just interesting look should be his assists. I think someone in the chat did put that number.
Yes.
But yeah, he had 29 assists on 20 potential. I watched the game and I think it was much more. He created shot every single possession. So something I will definitely look at the plus money. There are a couple of spots to get plus money on this. He's just running everything. They're just going through him on every single stuff. Maybe even trying something let me just see on FanDuel. That game. Let's try something like Davion Mitchell. 10 plus points and 6 plus assist is plus 121. That's with at least 1-3. Let me just see. 144. Yeah, I'm not betting that. But I could see him having a good game. Maybe even we just try to like something for both straight lines over 10.5 points and over David Mitchell over 6.5 rebounds plus 210, and then threes plus 235. Yeah, that's okay to, because like he should play like 35 minutes of the bench easily. I don't think I'll have a bet on this one, like an official bet, but yeah, I'll definitely like something about Davion Mitchell. He's been their guy easily. Some questions about.
Yeah,
Yep.
Go ahead.
Some question about Hunter. Hunter 8.5. That's crazy line. He did absolutely nothing in the last game. I don't know how many minutes he is playing. How many minutes is he supposed to play? If we take a look with, this line seems low even like when if he gets between 16 and 24 minutes. I don't know what happened that last game. Let me just check the rotation. Like, why did he only play like 16 minutes? Think because the Ty Jerome and Sam Merrill got extended run in the second half. The DeAndre Hunter didn't play a single minute in the fourth quarter. That's usually not his rotation. Yeah, so he was supposed to play 20 minutes, but he didn't get nothing. Like he ended up with 0 points on 4 field goal attempts. That's it. I don't know. Let me just say head to head, he had 16 points in 24 minutes. Didn't make a single three. And then when he played the other Hawks, he had 26 points. I don't know. This does seem like a very low line.
Next one. I mean, Ty Jerome 10.5 points. I know there's no price here, but Ty Jerome was very, very good in game one.
Yeah, a couple of
over
spots
20
here.
points.
Yeah, I think that's
Minus
he should be
25 for
getting
this.
he should be getting between 18 and 24. Let's see with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Mobley, Hunter. 13 points average, in 6 out of 9. Didn't cover against Boston and Clippers, which is two great defensive teams. Miami is not that one, so yeah, this is a good bet. Not widely available for us to make it, but definitely a good bet if you have 10.5 and minus 125 at least.
Okay. We'll maybe come back to this game, but we'll keep it moving here because there are quite a few games to go through, as I mentioned. Actually, I think we covered it all for this game, so we're good. But the next game up, Golden State at the Houston Rockets. The 2-seed Rockets hosting the 7-seed Golden State Warriors. Houston really needing to get a win in this one here. They're favored to do so by 3.5 points. And Pips, you've got a play for this game. What are you looking at?
Yeah, I'm looking at Brandon Pojemski over 12.5 points. Minus 120, I think, is it's widely available at minus 115. Not widely available, but some books have minus 115. A lot of books have minus 120. So that should be where we played. Playing up to minus 130 on FanDuel is the lowest I will go.
Okay, so minus 120 here, all the way up to minus 130 for Brandon Pojemski. Over 12.5 points. There we go. Walk us through this one.
So Pojemski, when playing 30 plus minutes with Steph and Butler, over in 11 out of 16 games, averaging 16.2 points. So just by looking at that stuff, he is very, very above this line. Then let's look head to head. 3 games with Steph, Butler, against Houston Rockets, over in all 3 games, 18 on 17 field goal attempts, 19 on 14 field goal attempts, and 14 on 13 field goal attempts. So, usage in those games, average usage was 22%. On the season, he had 17% usage. So, just like by looking at the usage, not just head to head, but overall on the season, when he had usage over 15%, let's say like 16%, just to be in a range, he averaged 17.6. So the usage he is getting against against Houston Rockets, when he gets that kind of usage, that range, when he averages that usage, he is actually averaging 17 points a game. We are getting 12 and a half. One of the reasons I like this spot because how they defend him. They put 2 on the ball against Steph. They double Steph. They send blitz pick and rolls. They double drives on collapse on Butler drives. They put couple of possessions. We had Şengün on Brandon Podjenski. We had Steven Adams on Brandon Podjenski on a couple of possessions. So they are kind of not like bothered by Brandon Podjenski making shots. So as we can see, like 70 field goal attempts for Podjenski. First game against Houston Rockets, already said 14 and 13. So he's covering this line by field goal attempts alone, and he had free throws in every single game. So he'll be open. He's getting shots. He covered this even against the Clippers. They need to play him massive minutes because they are not playing Kuminga. They can't trust guys like Peyton in the playoffs. So they are going to Brandon Podjenski big minutes. He can score. He can make threes. He was kind of like on fire since All-Star break. I'll just check the percentage from the 3, but he is kind of making shots for them. I'll just check post All-Star. He's shooting 44% from the 3. 44% from the 3 since the All-Star break. So if Rockets leave him wide open, he should make those shots. And yeah, that's how I see this game, especially after Steph cooked them in the first one.
All right. It was a weird game 1 where Houston were down, and their way of coming back was playing ultra big lineups. Like they had Şengün, Adams, and Jabari Smith all on the floor together, just crashing the glass. And then Golden State's counter was going ultra small. So it was an interesting dynamic. That's what I kind of enjoyed about the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll say from the Rockets, I expected that kind of lineup. Maybe not with Eason, but I did expect a ton of Şengün with Adams. But then Jabari, Şengün, Adams, Eason, and Ayman, that's unplayable lineup. Like that lineup makes sense if with one additional shooter, but Ayman and Steven Adams together, you have with Şengün, that's three shooters, 3 non-shooters. Like I get it. But I will just switch Ayman with at least like Fred VanVleet, who is not shooter. Seems like he's not shooter as well. So I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Him and Jalen Green scored 17 points on 30 field goal attempts. 17 points on 30 field goal attempts. That's like 27% true shooting.
It was really bad from Fred VanVleet in that game. Absolutely. Before we go any further, though, let's give a shout out to our presenting sponsor here on the channel, on the Board YouTube channel, the FanDuel Sportsbook. And the Board Pick and Roll is brought to you by FanDuel. And with the NBA playoffs finally here, and if you think you know how it's all going to go down, you can make those predictions pay off with FanDuel. Just build your perfect parlay, activate the promo boost available that day, and lock in your bet. If it hits, that's a bigger payout for you at no extra cost. They're running these promos every day of the week. Today is Wednesday, which means it is their hump day parlay profit boost token. So head over to FanDuel to check out those promos on a daily basis. Don't be just a spectator this postseason. Head to FanDuel.com/board or go to the link in the description, FanDuel.com/board, to download America's #1 sportsbook and make every moment more. Make everyone more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. But must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. On this game here, as we go back
let me
to
just, we spoke about Jalen Green. So I want just to show something on Jalen Green. Like not betting-wise, just like narrative-wise.
Sure.
Can you share props madness for a second?
Yes.
So Jalen Green, this is Jalen Green when he's playing teams who are below average on defense. He averaging 24.5 points and hit 21 or more points in 83% of the games. So he kind of cooked every poor team in the league. So let's look the other way around. When he's playing teams who are, I would say, like above average in defense, and looking at 12.5 line. He averaged 18 points, so 6.5 point swings just when playing below average and above average defenses and covered this in only 12 games. So he's like just a merchant against poor teams. And since no one can do much on Rockets, he needs to do it. So his numbers kind of look way better than they should. Like he fucking sucks as a player. He's not contributing to winning at all.
Harsh, but fair. I mean,
yeah.
I
Look at his number against.
From seeing it here.
Look at his numbers against Golden State Warriors this season.
Yeah, there you go.
Averaging 11 points on 6 games.
Wow, that is brutal.
Yeah,
that is brutal. A couple people have asked about the spread here. Actually, just the Rockets, So Strange Music asked about the Rockets spread. Currently 3.5 on FanDuel. And somebody's also asked here, Jerry, we the best, about the Houston money line as well. Do you think Houston pull out game 2 here?
Yeah, but I expect a very much close game. So 3.5 is fair. So I wouldn't bet that. I think one possession games to close the game and then scrape win by the Rockets should be on the books somehow. Expecting much from Şengün because he's the only player we can rely on offense. He was great in game 1. No one followed, no one helped him, no one showed up, no one scored more than 11 points besides Şengün, so that was horrible to watch. So also expect a little bit less from Steph Curry. Like he shot 63% from the field, like against amazing defense.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. This was a rough game. So
quite a few questions in here for this one. Starting off, we'll start with Alperen Şengün. Over 20.5 points at -117. What do you think?
If Warriors are smart, and they are, I think they should just double him on every single possession and let Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet miss shots. So do I think he can cover this? Yes. Do I think if they repeat the same coverage in the last game, definitely. But I think they will be kind of stupid to do that coverage against him again. So maybe we see different looks for Alpi. But yeah, he was great.
Next one, people ask, we have Coolbian asking about Fred VanVleet over 13.5 points, -120.
Yeah. He got the volume, so he shot 19 times. Usage was that's 22% usage. Yeah, when he gets that kind of usage, yeah, that's just no brainer for him. Like he's averaging 20 points on that kind of usage.
Yeah, it's just he's got to make the shots.
He got to make the shots, and look at the graph. 2 unders. Both against Golden State Warriors. 4 from 19, 3 from 13. He got up 13 threes and make 2. Maybe ladder some threes. If he gets hot, he can make 5 probably.
Yeah.
With this volume, let's just look like not volume, but like when he gets 10 or more threes up, he averaged 4 threes. He hits 9, 5, 7, 5, 5. Maybe just like try to ladder some threes on Fred and hope he kind of gets going.
Yeah. Steven Adams over 11.5 points, rebounds, and assists, minus 135. What do we think here?
We actually commented on this before the show. I just said it's not widely available, but I will definitely bet that if it was.
Okay. So there you go. Good play there. Moses Moody under 9.5 points and assists at minus 105 odds.
I don't like it. Similar to Pajemski, they were defending him with Şengün on a ton of possessions, and even Steven Adams. I don't know. 9.5 points and assists kind of is a bit high because like he's not getting 2 assists a game, and the points are at 7. Maybe I would say better under 8.5 points for this one.
Okay. So definitely a lean in that direction there. And we'll do extra one here. Gary Payton over a 3. Over half a 3.
I would say not a great price for it. And he should be played off the floor. He shouldn't be on the floor more than 10 minutes. So minus 105, I think it's at best 50-50. They did defend him every single time with big. He was left wide open, but I don't trust him to make shots. So, yeah.
Okay, last one on this game because we've got 3 more games tomorrow to discuss. We have Tari Eason under 8.5 points at minus 111.
Nope. He should be getting me a ton of run, like more than 20 minutes. Last game, 6 points, missed all 4 wide open threes. He's a dog. He will hustle. He will be. I think tonight I expect the biggest fire from Eason. Like when he gets in, he's a hustle guy. He has a pride. So I don't like betting under on him.
Okay. Let's go to the games that are tomorrow then. We got 3 games to discuss for tomorrow. We'll start off with the Knicks Pistons. So we do have the 1-1 series here, which is great for our series bet. Over 5.5 games. Looking pretty good so far on that one. This game in particular, though, close to a pick'em. It's -1 on the spread for the Knicks. How do you think this one will go? How do you think you're looking at?
I'm not looking at much betting wise. K at 28.5 now. Honestly, leaning under actually on that line. Like he had a great game last time, but I don't know if he can repeat that kind of efficiency against OG Anunoby. They had so many easy buckets for him in transition. I think Knicks should definitely look how to stop that in the game too. Dennis Schroeder had 20 points off the bench. We don't trust Schroeder, so we can move. Played insane minutes because Ausar Thompson got foul called every time he breathed next to Brunson. I don't know if you watch the recaps on that one or the game, but Brunson got some unbelievable calls.
Yeah.
Probably the worst we've seen so far this season in the playoffs. I hope that's just Madison Square Garden stuff and doesn't happen again. Towns, Tobias Harris, once again proving that if you defend Towns with a wing who has some size and strength, that Towns is incapable of doing anything. Last game, 11 field goal attempts. Game prior 14, he got locked down. Assist-wise, I don't know. Last game kind of only 0 assists, but 4 potentials. 6 potentials game 1. So far this season, had insane numbers of potential assists against the Pistons. Bigs, as we can see, killing the lines against the Pistons. But this is a playoff game. I don't know. Let me look. Passes made. Game 1, 38. Game 2, 22. So, I think they need to find ways to use Towns more. So I'm looking at his 2.5 assists. Maybe that should be the play for this one. Let me just see it. Him with Brunson, OG, Mikhail, Josh Hart, McBride, entire season, getting 32 plus minutes against teams who allow assist, over in 73%, 75% of the games. Yeah, I mean, I think we should be okay with Towns over 2.5 assists, minus 118 FanDuel, minus 120 other big spot.
Yeah, we could play this. Karl Anthony Towns over 2.5 assists. We had similar for the play-in game, as you mentioned, where I think you said he got 5. So
game one. That was for game one.
Sorry, it's game 1. So Karl Towns over 2.5 assists, and again, that is minus 118 on FanDuel. Okay, so that's our third play of the day. If you guys are enjoying this show, as a reminder, please make sure you do smash the like button. Consider subscribing as well to support our content. I'll have this up on screen as well for you here. But yeah, we can keep it rolling. Are we good to move? Because there's a question on Tobias Harris over 13.5 points, minus 125. What do you think?
I will definitely like the 13.5. Do we have anything? Oh yeah, we have 13.5 on Tobias. Minus 125.
Yep.
But not widely available, unfortunately. Let me just see. Last game, 13 rebounds. Games 0 and 8 points and rebounds and assists at 22.5. I don't know. He played 43 and 40 minutes, so maybe that a lot of this came with Ausar being in foul trouble. Let me just see. On the season, when he's playing with Cade, without Ivy, he kind of killed this line. Yeah, if you had a good price for 13.5, definitely bet Tobias Harris.
Okay, so if you've got it, probably worth playing here for Tobias Harris. So keep that in mind. We can keep moving, though, to the next game. 3 official picks in the books for us so far. 2 more games we'll cover here today, and then we'll be back on Friday to cover even more here. But next game we'll go to is, sorry, I was trying to find it here, OKC away at Memphis. This series so far, I mean, Memphis may have well just stayed home and not traveled, because it's pretty much, I mean, they basically did. They didn't show up for either of these games. They were absolutely dismantled in game 1 by 51 points, and then didn't crack 100 in game 2, lost by 19. I know the Thunder are good, but certainly Memphis should be putting up a better fight than this.
Yep. Just horrible. I would have any bets on this. I just don't care for this game, honestly. This is a done series, and yeah.
Well,
that's it.
I mean, they say the series doesn't start until an away team wins a game, so I guess Memphis just have to
definitely
full
started
serve
here.
at home.
Yeah, definitely started here.
But we'll see here. Hey, the opposite side of it, this is an ultra competitive series. What a series so far. We have the Denver Nuggets +5 away at the Clippers. We do have the Clippers future bet, which we needed them to win game 2. We didn't need them, but it definitely helped for the Clippers to come out of the West to have won game 2. Kawhi has been sensational. When Kawhi's healthy, how good is this guy? Russell Westbrook actually had a pretty good game 1, but this game 3, how you feeling on it?
Let me just check something. Yeah, I feel definitely great about Clippers.
They look good. They look good.
Yeah. Game 1 was absolutely all-time classic opener for the series. one of the best games. Same can be said for the game 2. High level basketball, this is like NBA finals type of games.
Yeah.
Very good coaching both sides, very good playing for the best players. Actually, feeling sorry for game 1. Clippers lost. Was one of the great showing for James Harden in the game 1. He was the best player on the court with Kawhi Leonard and Jokic on the court. For this game, I'm actually eyeing some. I think this will be in category of weird plays. But I'm looking at Nicolas Batum over 1.5 threes plus 175.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
This is a bet you want to make official here?
Yep. But only for half a unit, it's plus 175. So
Okay.
I just
yeah.
want to add it at half a unit. Yeah, I bet it last game. It won. I don't see Bogey playing much moving forward. The worst player in the entire series. Maybe they even... I don't know if they can move from him, but definitely can see Batum playing 20 minutes in game 3. First game of the season, first game of the playoffs, he played overtime. He ended up playing 19 minutes in regular time. He shot 3 from 6 from 3, made 3 threes. Second game, 2 from 5 from 3. So I think the price we are getting him is kind of ridiculous. On the screen, we are looking at the last 5 games for him, for the Clippers. He averaged 18 minutes, exactly how many minutes he is playing the last game, and averaging 2.8 threes a game. Looking at attempts, he averaged 4.8 attempts. Looking at the last 4 games, he averaged 5.3 attempts. On the season, Batum is shooting 43% from 3. So if he gets 4 attempts, this is unbelievable spot. If he gets 5, this is one of the best spots, the best value spots of the season. And looking at the coverage, the Clippers, the Denver defense is having, he'll get the looks. They're sending 2 on the ball against Kawhi. They are sending so the slight adjustment Denver made for second game is that they were tagging the roller higher in the second game. So they were leaving corners and 45% threes more open, and that's Batum's spot. So he should get even more looks in these games. So this price is crazy. I think this should be like plus 110, maybe minus plus 120 at the best. So yeah, I think we are getting a great price. Plus 175, one spot. Most spots have plus 170, 160. North of 160 is definitely good. So for this one.
All right. So anything down to plus 160, fine for Nicholas Batum over 1.5 threes. Half a unit for this one for our tracking. You bet what you like, but recommendation there is half a unit. Turkblaz asked about Jokic over 25.5 points for this game, minus 125.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer actually.
Okay.
Jokic played both great game 1. Game 2 kind of sloppy. Made so many turnovers. They are defending him really well. But he did get a ton of looks. Like they are more than happy for him taking threes. They are more than happy with him isolation against Zubac. They send help whenever he is isolated against anyone else. Threes for Jokic, I think this is gone. Like when it opened, I think we could get an absolutely great price, but now it's just out of reach.
Okay, let's go to 2 more questions here, then we'll wrap up. We've been running a bit long here. Last player prop question. AJ Walker asked about Derek White over 16.5 points, minus 118. We're going back to the Boston game.
Got the price wrong. What that does mean? Like, do
They
you
put
think
minus 120 earlier in an earlier comment, but correction minus 118.
I can see 3 widely available spots, 4 widely available spots with minus 110. I don't know. Like, I honestly, like, he got extremely hot last game, but mostly because Jason Tatum. Now Jason Tatum is out, but his numbers without Tatum are absolutely amazing. But then looking at the game against Orlando without Tatum, he only had 17 points. Shot well. I do lean over, but it's a playoff game. It's a honestly like very important game for the Magic in order to have a series. Defense will be great. Shooting will come down. So I honestly don't know. Like, I think 16.5 is kind of okay. Also, there is a chance Tatum plays, and then this becomes. We don't even know if it's better if Tatum is playing or not. So, it's
Right.
yeah.
Last, just general question here. It's me, Dado asked earlier about opinions on ladders in playoffs. Kawhi, for this user here, Kawhi paid out big for a game, but Doncic brought you back down to earth. On the latter part of that question, I would wonder about the unit size in there, because if you got a big payout from Kawhi and then lost it on Doncic, I feel like you maybe would have exposed yourself a bit too much. But in general, ladders for the playoffs, what are your opinions on that, Pips?
I love ladders in the playoffs, but not these names you mentioned. Ladders in playoffs are like bench guys that if they get hot, they'll play extended minutes. And then you can like guys like let's have the line 5.5, and you hit 15 plus, and it's like unbelievable price, like plus 800 or something. And you hit that, and he starts 2 from 3, or like makes couple of buckets, and then he plays like 25 minutes instead of 12 he was supposed to play. So those are the spots you want to ladder. I don't also maybe laddering unders when there is a guy that like if he hits couple of shots he's playing more minutes. If he misses couple of shots he's getting like glued to the bench. So I think those are the angles you want to take in the playoffs, not stars. Like there is like look at Doncic. Let's say last night I did bet the over. I will say over 30 and a half points on Luka, but he's getting probably between 25 and 35, like 80% of the games. So like it's not like high ceiling spot. Also, if a player has a 30 and a half line, if you hit 35 and a half, you are not getting that big of a laddering price, and very difficult for him to go much over. While the guy that has 5.5 line, if he gets extended line, he can more than double this line. So payout for like guy that has 5.5 points line, hitting 15 plus is much more different than a guy having 30.5 line hitting 40 plus.
Right.
So yeah, just reading the rotation, just reading the stuff, and yeah, for like I don't. Let me just see. Cole Anthony last game played only 10 minutes, scored 4 points, but in the game 2, like if he makes 2 or 3 buckets early, he could end up like look at the game against Hawks. First game he played 13 minutes, 2 points, nothing. Second game against the Hawks he started cooking, and then they played him 20 minutes and he scored 26 points. That's it. Like that's exactly the example I was talking about. Next game, nothing from him, only 10 minutes. So yeah, it's that those are the ones to ladder.
Okay. Interesting insight there. Hopefully that does make sense. But that will do it for today's show. Hopefully a lot of insight for today. Next show will be on Friday. We'll be back on Friday. Tomorrow, no need for a show because we covered tomorrow's games in the show that we did today. Make sure you guys like the stream, especially if you are tailing the 4 official plays today. Subscribe for more content like this for the rest of the playoffs. We've got for today Franz Wagner over 21.5 points at minus 115. Brandon Podziemski over 12.5 points, minus 120. That one is good all the way up to minus 130. We have Karl Anthony Towns over 2.5 assists. We got that minus 118 at FanDuel. And then we have half a unit on Nick Batum over 1.5 threes at plus 175. We are good to plus 160 for that one there. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in once again. Let's try to get this stream to 50 likes today. So we need your support. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the show. And we'll see you again next time for more from Pick and Roll presented by FanDuel.